I've been playing with my Proscope HR. You know that I'm addicted to USB gadgets. And the last time I looked at a USB microscope, I mentioned that my Proscope USB microscope was broken. Well, apparently, someone on the set of CSI, someone who happens to use the Proscope on that show, found out that my Proscope was no longer working, so they put me in touch with the people who put the Proscope together, and connections were made, and now I am playing with the Proscope HR. You don't need drivers. You plug it in, use the software, either Mac OS 10 or Windows, and you're off to the races. Now, I already happen to have the various lens attachments, so I didn't have to worry too much. It was just the unit that wasn't working, but apparently their support is very amazing. So, two thumbs up there. Well, here, wait. Two thumbs up, or a thumb that I can zoom really. There's my thumbprint, right there. See, what's neat about the software is that I can press a button on the Proscope and it'll take a still picture of whatever it is that I happen to be over. I can take it, I think, at 320 by 240, 640 by 480, or 1280 by 1024 if memory serves, and I'll look at it in just a second. Then I could also record video, and if you also have a kit, much like I do, I got it years ago. There is a way for you to mount the Proscope and then take a time lapse. With the software, you can take a time lapse photography of anything that you happen to be zoomed in on. They have a variety of lenses that you can pick up. The lens that I've got in here right now was just at about 50 magnification. There's also a 30 that I have, and then all the way up to a 200, and they have sizes in between. I believe they go even higher than that. The nice thing is that the LEDs are built into the lens assembly itself, so that way you always have just the right amount of light to illuminate the subject. It's never too light, never too dark. It's exactly what it needs to be. And this is the thing that you'll quickly discover about USB microscopes, especially the Proscope, is that once you start looking at things up close, you can't stop. You will just keep on going. There is nothing here. Look here. Here's my thumbnail. Look how disgusting that is. That's my thumb. Ooh, up close. I mean, it's disgusting from here, from this distance, but here, it's just like uber disgusting. But don't I have cuticles? My ickles are just oh so cute. Record stills, record movies, and certainly have tons of fun with the Proscope HR. I would say it's fun for kids and adults. Yes, it's likely going to be good for those of you who are scientifically minded, or if you wanted to learn about the things that were already around you, just looking at them through a different kind of lens. Certainly the Proscope HR will not disappoint. High-resolution imagery, very responsive. Didn't need to install any drivers. I could mount this as a webcam if I wanted to. Instead of using this particular video angle, I could just zoom in on something all day. It'd probably look a lot more interesting if I had something alive with a higher magnification, other than just here, look at my skin. Oh, it's so disgusting and fun. Speaking of, I have to do this. I have to do this. Give me a second. This is the true test of a USB microscope. Hang on. We've got to do the nose test here. Sorry, my nose was so dark it didn't even show up there for a second. There you go. If you always wanted to know what the inside of Chris Perillo's nose looks like, this is it. And so help me God, if I see anything moving in there that should not be moving, fail? What do you mean fail? My nose is just fine. And the microscope proves it. Anyway, thank you to Proscope, or the folks at Bodolin Technologies who helped fix my support issue. And then certainly the individual who's on the set of CSI who made it even possible. I'm a fan, big fan, not just of the show, but of you, whoever you are, if you happen to be watching this particular review. If you want a USB microscope, don't waste your time with anything else other than the Proscope. It's high-quality stuff. That's the reason why a lot of people use it. And, hey, if it's good enough for CSI, it's good enough for you! Didn't mean to be angry there. I was just, saying that it's good stuff. I like USB devices. and I love microscopes. What more could you want? Maybe you do want something more. My email address is chris@perillo.com. Maybe you too are addicted to the world of USB microscopy. Microscopes. Maybe you're a geek, in which case I say, hey, why not stop by geeks.perillo.com? You know we've got scientific geeks over there and some not-so-scientific geeks, but we're geeks nonetheless. You never really know what I'm going to be doing here, being a geek myself. I've got this live video feed with the chat room, and then I had the Microscope HR box sitting here on my desk pretty much all day, and finally just showed everybody what it was that I was looking at, and everybody seems to be happy, I think. Especially someone who loves Chris Perillo. It's kind of frightening, really, to see that from someone I really don't know that well. But he's someone in the chat room, and maybe you'd like to join us in the chat room. Maybe you'd like to join us in the chat room. We're typically talking tech. Boy, I'm tripping over my words. Typically talking tech 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with this live video feed in the chat at live.perillo.com. We'll see you later.